All right, guys, I'm going to start streaming, but I'm going to put it on social media here. Hopefully, you can hear me off my phone data. We're going to find out. We're kind of testing. Okay. Go KOM, switch count here. All right, guys, let me know if you can hear me. Let's see here. Go here. Let's do some streaming. Post that. Go to the KOM count. And then you should be able to go over to social here and see the comments, but I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm still trying to figure this whole thing out. Okay, give me a second, guys. Hang on. Okay. Content. Dashboard. There we go. Okay. I'm getting stuff set up here, guys. Get the comments up on here. Give me a second. It's middle of the night. Okie dokie. All right, so let's talk about the weather. What's going on? We got Chris here. Chris is over there. He's getting ready for the morning show. Say hi, Chris.
Good morning, everybody.
All right, so we've been dealing with the showers and thunderstorms, severe weather, which has been pushing into the region over the past, couple hours, but starting to flare up just a little bit. So we got a few severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's see here. You can see Vernon County, Bourbon County, Northern Crawford, Southern Neosho, Northern Labette, and Montgomery counties. These are all mainly for hail. 1.5 inches in diameter, which is kind of crazy. Let's see here. But these are going to continue to beef up just a little bit as we go through the overnight hours for us tonight. We're going to do a tour here in a second. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's see what's going on. All right, so severe thunderstorm warnings. This is Vernon County, so this is on the Missouri side. And again, these are all for hail at inch to inch and a half, which is big. That's pushing golf ball size hail. Getting winds 60 to 70 miles per hour. So you can see Vernon County. This is Bourbon County. So we're looking at Fort Scott, in the northern parts of Crawford County, just outside of Girard, southern parts of Neosho County, so from Erie to Parsons to Thayer, and from Altamont, and then pushing west. So we're looking at Cherryvale, Independence, Coffeyville, and then stretching back toward Caney. So that is where we have the severe thunderstorm warnings at this time. let's go ahead and look at the radar because it's been kind of starting to light up just a bit. So these storms have been they've been post-frontal, meaning the cold front overtook the storms. So all these storms kind of developed right behind the front. So we've just had strong storms, but now those storms are starting to push farther east at a pretty good pace. What they're doing now is they've caught up with the cold front, and now they're hitting that unstable air mass, and they're getting quite a bit beefier across the region. So that's what we're dealing with now. But you can see these are pushing in. It's also not a line. Let's see here. You know, it was a solidified line. Now we have like individual supercells, and that's why we're getting the large hail. And because it is moving into this environment that is more conducive of severe weather, we can't rule out a couple of these trying to rotate as we go through the rest of the night. So you can see one cell moving into Vernon County, southern parts of Bourbon, northern Crawford, a big one moving in northern Labette. And then they're starting to develop back to the west of Bartlesville. Let me go back in time here. They were developing farther south, and then they raced northeast, but I think they're going to develop just to the west of Tulsa here. All right, so we're going to zoom in, take a tour. So here's Bartlesville. So just to the west of Bartlesville, strong storm is strengthening. Let's go up into Montgomery County. Severe thunderstorm warning mainly for this guy that is for just moving into Katy and is going to push toward Coffeyville and Independence. This is a very strong thunderstorm. Let me check my settings here. I'm going to switch this up. Let's do that. Let's go file, save. All right, look at this guy. So a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. Now when you see the kind of maroon pinkish, that's where our big hail core is. So let's take off the radar. Let's go to hail here, see if we're picking anything up, and we are. Look at that. I'm gonna take lightning off. Now let's query this. So we are getting $half size hail with this storm. That is big hail. So this is just to the west of Parsons. So yeah, this is very large hail. So $half size hail is definitely going to do damage on the roof, cars, whatever it runs into. So if we put on the hail tracks, you can kind of see where the hail's been tracking here. I mean, look at that. So back south of Independence, how big was that hail? That was baseball size hail. That's insane. So we're getting some big hail. Huh. What do you think, Chris?
Pretty big hail.
That is some big hail. All right, so we know we're getting big hail out of these. Let's go back to the radar. All right, so this storm is now moving into the west side of Parsons. I wonder if we're getting any lightning on there.
I saw one flash on my way in off to the northwest, but that's been about an hour ago.
You know how on YouTube see the comments? I don't. I want to see the comments. I'll have to look at that. I'll have to figure that
There's
out.
supposed to be a way in that.
I know, there are.
But,
Well, I went in here.
technology at its finest.
Let's see. If we go to Wirecast C, you're supposed to be able to hit. I'm just talking with you guys. Let's see. You're supposed to be able to hit social comments. I don't see anything. So it's like, I don't know. Okay. I wish I could look at your comments. I'll get that figured out for the next severe weather event. But, okay, let's get back to this here. All right, look at this intense cell. So this is moving into Parsons right now. So there's a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning, very large hail just to the west of Parsons, at least $half size hail, bigger than golf ball. So, I mean, dangerously large hail. Not seeing any rotation with these storms, but that's something I do want to watch. All right, moving into Crawford County, another very strong storm just to the north of Girard, which continues to push northeast. Let's go into Bourbon County. The strongest of the storm is now moving out of Bourbon County. It's right on the state line of Kansas and Missouri, so it's moving out of Bourbon County. It's moving into western parts of Vernon County. Also a very big hail core here. Northwestern parts of Vernon County. Let's check the hail out. Yeah, okay, it's not that big. It's quarter size. Still, it's doing something. Okay, and then these cells continue. You can see up toward Butler, another big cell, and then which is going to move up toward Clinton, Missouri. But look at these cells just kind of lining up. I really want to see what happens down here, kind of toward Bartlesville, because I think these are going to flare up as they go through northeastern parts of Oklahoma, and it could get pretty noisy later on tonight once these get into the metro. Pittsburgh, you guys get into the action here in the next 20 to 30 minutes, but the Joplin metro, you guys are still an hour and a half away at least, probably a little bit closer to 4 o'clock in the morning. Let me check a couple things here. Hang with me. Let's see here. There's a scale. Ooh. What's that? Okay, I don't care about that. Don't care about that. Yeah, I don't care about that. All right, let me see here. Okay. So, main threat tonight is going to be hail and wind. We can't rule out a tornado, and I hate to say that just because these are individual supercells, so we can't rule out a tornado, but I'm hoping most of these stay hail and wind. Again, so Vernon County, you can see this intense cell, northern parts of Vernon County, severe thunderstorm warning until 2:15 in the morning. This is going to pass into the county north of Vernon. Is that Bates?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Bates County. So that's going to push toward Rich Hill. So it's going to skirt just north of Nevada. But don't worry, Nevada, you're going to get hit by this guy. Moving just north of Girard, so severe thunderstorm warning now all of Crawford County. So Girard, Pittsburgh, even into northern parts of Cherokee County, Weir, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning. So that is just north of the station here. So severe thunderstorm warning just north of Girard, western parts of Crawford County. And then this cell is just super intense. On top, Parsons is just getting absolutely pelted right now. Yeah, Parsons is getting pelted. This storm is intense. That is large hail. So that is $half size hail right on top of Parsons. That is going to do some damage. My gosh. Okay, so this is pushing northeast. This is going to push in the western parts of Crawford County, which is why the warning is out for western parts of Crawford County. Let's look through Labette, Mound Valley, Oswego. You get into the action soon, and then heading south on 101 Edna. You are seeing a storm developing. This guy pushing into southern parts of Montgomery County, you in Coffeyville. You're going to be affected here very shortly as this cell is intensifying. And look at this guy. That guy's got some big hail too, just to the northwest of Bartlesville, moving into western parts of Washington County. So, I mean, these are good storms. Let me look at some of the latest models here. I think our new HER is coming out. Okay, let me look at this. Glance through. It's going to be a fun 3 hours. These push through. Okay. Let's see if there's anything. I'm just glancing through sites, guys. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, just looking at stuff. Ooh, what's going on down there? Oh, man. Cap finally broke in north central Arkansas. Jeez. Got tornado warnings west of Jonesboro, one just west of Poplar Bluff. My gosh. Well, that cap finally broke. It took 12 hours. Okay, so our storms are along the cold front, so that's why we're seeing mainly hail and wind, but these are going to probably beef up a little bit more. So you can see what's going on. Let's go one forward here. Let's go. Okay, 4:30 in the morning. Storms at this point in time have gotten out of southeastern Kansas. So the line kind of pushing through the metro. So the metro is really not going to be fully clear probably until 4:30 or 5 a.m., but you can still see the line from Carthage to Neosho. These are going to be severe. Again, main threat, wind and hail. And then finally by 5:30 in the morning, they kind of get to Table Rock Lake, and then we're clear. And then we're looking pretty good. Let's go ahead. Let's zoom back. Let's go back. Okay, severe thunderstorm warnings right now. Vernon County, Crawford County, northern Cherokee, southern parts of Neosho County, northern parts of Lebec County. That's interesting. Let me check a few things here. Super large hail core. Dun, 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 dun. It's the late night sessions with Doug and Chris during severe weather season. Alrighty, let me look here. We'll get back to it here in a second. All right, let's go. Let's take a look. Okay, so look at the severe weather. So in the orange, severe thunderstorm watches, the one in Missouri, I think, is it till 5? Is that what it is?
The watch?
Yeah, in Missouri 5, and then the one in Kansas and Oklahoma is till 3. So we'll see if that extends. New tornado watch, northern Arkansas, southeastern parts of Missouri, and there are a couple tornado warnings out there. Let's look at our warning. So we are looking Vernon County. You seen any lightning?
Yeah, back off to the northwest now. We're starting to get a little bit more lightning on the tower cam. So I'm going to point it just slightly more northwesterly without getting into that light down there.
Yeah, we still got a ways before it gets here. Okay, so you can see warning Vernon County. So Nevada up toward Rich Hill. Severe thunderstorm warning Girard, Pittsburgh, northern parts of Cherokee County, southern parts of Neosho, northern parts of Lebec County. And again, these are for winds. Winds are moving 60 to 70, and then some very large hail. So when you look at the radar here, this is not a line of storms. It's actually individual supercells. So that's why we do have at least a low tornado threat as we go through the next, 2 or 3 hours. I know that's not what people want to hear at night. I don't expect, I hate to say this because I always jinx myself, I don't expect to see any tornadoes. I think most of this is going to be hail and wind, but you can see finally starting to progress off toward the east at a pretty good clip. Plus, we're watching them rebuild northeastern parts of Oklahoma. I want to see, see that development just to the west of Tulsa. That'll be interesting to see if that kind of fills into the south. All right, let's take a tour again. Look at our band. Okay, so who's clear of severe weather? Who's not going to have any more severe weather? Just west of Fort Scott, you're good. Iola, you're good. Chanute, you're good. Erie, you're pretty much good. Yateson, you're good. Fredonia, you're good. Neodesha, you're good. Independence, you're pretty much good, even though it's still a little noisy. Chautauqua County, you're good. Elk County, you're good. Greenwood County, you are all in the clear. Everybody else, we still have the severe threat. So let's go ahead and zoom in. This guy has intensified. Let's roll back on in about 10 minutes. And you can see it combined with 2 cells. So it's 2 cells combining. And a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. There's definitely a hail core right just west of Washington County. This guy has intensified a little bit. Southern parts of Montgomery County, so we're looking Coffeyville just south of Independence. Northern parts of Craig County. Let's go a little farther northeast. Edna, Chatopa, it's on your doorstep. Oswego, it's on your doorstep. Altamont, pretty good thunderstorm. Parsons, the hail course finally pushed off toward your east, but I bet you got some pretty big hail. Let me do some checking on my Facebook and see if anybody's put any comments of anything like that. Love to see pics if you get hail. Love to see pics. Nobody's sending me any pics. Is everybody asleep? I think that's what you guys are doing. If I can't sleep, you're not allowed to sleep. That's the rule. Okay, it's not the rule. Okay. Let's look at the hail here, because this is still a pretty big hail core. Let me zoom in. So it's just northeast of Parsons. We are looking at quarter size hail. So at least the hail is a little bit smaller than what it was. It was golf ball to $half size. Well, $half is a little, I guess $half is about the same size as a golf ball. But pretty big hail earlier. In fact, let me put on the hail tracks. You can see, look at this storm. It has produced, look how long it has produced a hail core all the way through Montgomery County. I guarantee just south of Independence, you guys got some monster hail earlier. All right, so the hail core is going to push into western parts of Crawford County. Okay, let me put back on the reflectivity. Yeah, this is an intense storm. So moving into western parts, Crawford County. Let's see if I got anything new on it. Yeah, it continues with quarter-inch hail. It's got winds at 65, which is pretty good. This is a pretty good storm. Pretty good little storm. Okay. Zoom out a little bit. This guy's intense. Just on the south side of Fort Scott, moving into southwestern parts of Vernon County, so Arcadia. And this has got a little bit of a hail core here. So right on the state line of Missouri and also Kansas. And then also another intense cell, northern parts of Vernon County, right along the I-49 corridor, so just north of Nevada up toward Rich Hill. Eventually, it's going to press towards Clinton, Missouri. All right, so Lamar, let's look ahead of this. Lamar, you got about, let me back this up, and I can tell you here, it's 30 minutes. These are moving a little bit now. Lamar, you got about 45 minutes before you get storms. Pittsburgh, these are right on your doorstep. They're moving in. Let's see, Cherokee County. In the next 30 minutes, storms really start to pick up. Northeastern Oklahoma, you got a little bit of time. You got an hour or two because these guys back here have to catch up. Southwestern Missouri, you guys still have 2 to 3 hours before the storms even get in. The metro, 1 to 2 hours before storms get in. They're going to sag into like Carl Junction first, eventually Joplin, Carthage, Oronogo. Stockton Lake, you're still an hour or two. If you live way out toward Mount Vernon or Springfield or Monette or Cassville or Branson, you guys got like 3 to 4 hours before storms even make it there. But these are going to stay strong to severe all night long. Let's see what's going on over here. Man, look at that. Tornado warnings. Northern parts of Arkansas. That guy's crazy looking. Oh my. So there's a tornado warning. What's going on? Alright. Storms are starting to fire west of Tulsa. That, I think this area is what's going to hit Joplin. And that's what we got to watch. All right. Intense storms through Washington County, Bartlesville North, Coffeyville. These are not, that's a very strong storm, not warned on. Gosh, those two hail cores are pretty crazy. Interesting. We're gonna look at a couple things. Hang on. Just gathering information. Okay. Oregon County has expired. Gotcha. This. Yep. Yes. Okay. All right, so let's see what's going to happen from here on out. Okay. Let's see where these storms are going. These are all tracking. Gosh, you're starting to pick up a little bit of steam here. Let me see here. These are now moving. Picking up some steam, 40 to 45, so they're getting some momentum. Okay, severe thunder. Gosh, these are clusters, man. There's a big hail core. All right, so I-49 Rich Hill has a big hail core. There's a huge hail core here just to the west, southwest in Nevada. That's quarter to half dollar size hail, so that's quarter to golf ball size hail. A lot of thunder, a lot of lightning, Deerfield. So this is going to hit a direct hit on Nevada here in about 10 minutes. It stretches. Let's go into Crawford County. Let me zoom out so you can get your bearings. Joplin, Pittsburgh, Girard. Let's zoom in. Here's Pittsburgh. Here's Girard. Girard, you're going to take a hard hit, especially on the north side of Girard. And again, this still, let me make, it's got even bigger hail now. Let's see, what has that got? Let's take a look here. Half dollar. So golf ball size hail. Okay. Looks big. It's going to do some damage. Okay, so we got half dollar size hail there. We got quarter size hail here. And even a little bit of hail with a non-severe quarter size hail, southern parts of Montgomery County. Look at these hail tracks. Yeah. Let's see if any of these guys are rotating at all. I don't think they are, but we're going to take a look. Because what else do you do at 2:21 in the morning? Let's go specific. And let's go here. Okay, no rotation. Good. Oh, that may actually have some mid-level rotation. Interesting. That's got mid-level rotation. Not lower level, but mid-level. Interesting. All right, let's get out of this mode. Okay. All right, so let's watch these storms. So they're going to track east. So here's 4:30 in the morning, pushing through the metro, but still look. See how they're still kind of very similar to what we are seeing now, kind of individual cells. So we're going to have that large hail threat and even that low tornado threat, especially once they hit that I-44 corridor, because the farther east these storms work, the more unstable the air mass is. So that's a little bit of a problem. This isn't going to be a tornado outbreak, but we still have a low tornado threat across the region, which kind of stinks, but that is the case. And if you guys haven't been paying attention, this is going to be a very active severe weather season. It's only April 4th. And this is actually our 5th day already this year that we've had some severe weather across the region. All right, so those intensify. Let's see here. Go back here. I'm multitasking. Go back. What are you working on?
Oh, I had Tim take count cam and point it back to the northwest. Got more lightning visible from outside. It is very breezy.
I'm sure it is. So a lot of lightning right now.
It was getting better, getting lightning a little high, and then getting lightning flashes at a lower level too.
How do we pull cow cam?
Tim can pull it up.
Can you put it in the monitor wall?
Probably.
Ooh, saw lightning there. Okay, so let's continue. So here's 4:30 in the morning, so still kind of individual little supercells. And then here's 5:30 in the morning, so 1 hour later. So at least these storms start picking up a little bit of steam. But by 5 to 5:30, we're really talking about Mount Vernon, Monette, Aurora, Cassville, Eagle Rock, down toward Rogers, Arkansas. So in fact, I can slowly backtrack. So let's go to 5 a.m. You can see Monette moving out of Neosho, northwest Arkansas. And again, we're going to continue with this severe threat. So 4 to 4:30 in the morning, they're in the metro. It's back a little bit to it's about right here right now. So, all right, so let's go back. I'd like to see where the front is. Okay. All right, so severe thunderstorm watch still out southwestern Missouri until 5 in the morning. Cutting back on the Kansas side. So again, the areas that are clear of severe weather, pretty much Fort Scott, the storms are moving past. Let's see, Iola, Humboldt, Moran, Ellsmore, you are clear. Chanute, Erie, you are clear. Yates Center, Toronto, Buffalo, Fredonia, Neodesha, you are clear. Let me throw the radar on here and we'll Greenwood County, Elk County, Chautauqua County, you are clear. Everybody else, we still got to deal with the severe weather as we go through the next 3 hours or so. But look at this. They are kind of coming together a little bit more as a line now. So that's kind of good. But we still have very big hail cores. All right, severe thunderstorm warnings. You can see these extend east of Kansas City to Clinton, through Nevada, Crawford County, northern parts of Cherokee County. I'm surprised this hasn't been warned on yet, but we'll see as these two cells kind of continue to merge. You can see they're two separate, trying to merge together. So we'll see if those, if they do, it's going to produce a severe thunderstorm warning. That is a heck of a cat. Oh my. Let's take this off. Yeah, so west side of Girard is getting golf ball size hail. That's crazy. That's a big hail core. So Girard, you guys are getting hammered right now. Huge hail core. Smaller hail core, quarter size hail moving into Nevada. Let's go a little bit farther south, southern parts of Montgomery County. Coffeyville, big storm, just south of Independence. Stretching back into Washington County. Yeah, kind of crazy. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to watch this. I've actually got to go to the restroom. I've been drinking too much coffee. I'm going to jump off for a bit. I'll put another link up when I get back on, especially as these move into the metro here in about the next hour, and then we'll stream through that. But as of right now, I'm going to jump off for a